Hi, Coach. You opened the season at the Bradley Invitational last weekend. Can you recap the weekend for us and what the team learned from this experience?
Yes, we learned to play together a little bit better, and the communication certainly improved throughout the weekend. And it was just great to play someone else. Wright State gave us a nice feel for the Division I game the week before. They were a great team, and we found an even better team against Western Kentucky. And I got so close in that second game that I knew it was going to be the type of weekend, even though we didn't win a set against Western, that we were going to just continue to work together and really progress each and every set we played. And that basically happened. It was a great weekend, and we learned a lot.
In your win against Bradley, Alison Severance and Ellie Hansen each eclipsed 20 kills, and Brooke Jackson was named to the All-Tournament team. Talk about their performances last weekend.
Sure. Brooke came into the lineup to help us in the back row, and she did a great job, and I just left her in to see if she could put a little more power into our attack on that side and just more leadership on the court, because she does a great job with both. And I couldn't take her out after that because she wouldn't let it go. I mean, she was very effective with digging balls and right back like we hoped she would. And she actually is talented enough to dig in any position in the back row, and she's learning a lot. But she did a great job, and I thought she deserved that because she sparked our team once she was in, and it carried through the rest of the weekend. Alison Severance started a little bit slow in the tournament, reinvented herself, and she ended up with a career high of 22 kills and was a big reason we should have won. In my opinion, had we done a couple more things, we should have won the match against UMKC, and then she helped us win definitely in the fifth set against Bradley. Ellie is learning every day. Ellie's a primary passer. She's taken on that role and a top hitter for us in terms of her ability to hit all kinds of shots. She's still proving that in statistics, but I think she's handling a lot of pressure. She's doing it well. She's very poised, and I couldn't be more pleased with her as a freshman just entering our program. But a former setter, I must talk about my setter, because we have a young lady that came in, is familiar with a good tempo offense, and because of her accuracy and her ability to stay calm in tough situations, Hayden Hicks did a great job in connecting with all three of them. So it was great, and we actually did some of the best passing of the year as well in that tournament.
Several of your young players stepped up and saw significant playing time this past weekend. Tell us about your freshman class and the progress they have made thus far.
Sure. And having just talked about Ellie and Hayden, they continue to make progress, and we had a freshman in the middle position, Gentry Warwick, and Gentry's got a high ceiling, and she's learning every day. She's up quick for our setters on balls in front, and she's probably the most fluid slide attacker that we have, and it's exciting to have her as a part of our freshman class and our program, because I don't think she doesn't know what she doesn't know yet, but she's really a smart kid, and she's soaking it in. And her blocking ability is one of her strongest skills. So she has an all-around game. She's serving for us. Can't say enough about Gentry. She's definitely a player to watch. And we have Emily Morgan, who's a freshman libero, and she hasn't seen much court time yet, but that's expected because we have two others that are a little bit more experienced. But Emily is a strong build, and I believe she has a strong mind, and I think she's going to prove that she can handle the libero role in just a matter of time, and she's learning a lot because our defense is a little complex. But I'm very proud of her, too, and it's a good class.
As we look forward to the Miami Best Western Invitational, can you preview the match Friday night against Marshall?
Sure. We expect them to come in well prepared. Ari's in her fourth year there. She's got a good coaching staff. I believe they came out 1-2 on the weekend, but played some good teams at their home invitational. I know that they have a setter that's very active, and that means they have more attackers on the floor when a setter's active, and she'll be someone to contend with and to try to transition out of, besides some of the aggressive attackers they have. And just looking at stats, I could tell there's an outside hitter that is putting up good numbers. And I know after playing them last year, and we like to avenge that loss at their place, they're a very aggressive team. They have some good experience on their court. And I think they'll push us to the limit to try to get enough points on the board to beat them, and that's what we're hoping for, and I think it'll be a great match.
You come back Saturday against Bellarmine. How does your mindset shift?
It shifts to a good breakfast with the team and take the floor again against a team that has a new head coach in Rick Nold. He's a good coach. I think he'll have them well prepared. I know they have an outside hitter and a middle that are putting up some decent numbers. It's hard to know because we can only see a few matches against each opponent. But overall, we just need to go at it and play our most aggressive game of that day since it's our first match, and whatever we did the night before, that we just learn from it. And I think our team at Miami this year, again, is very hardworking, and they really want to win. And I just sense that from them even at practice, so it's a very good thing. So hopefully we'll be able to overpower Bellarmine or play some great defense or a combination of both.
In the final game of the Miami Best Western Invitational, you take on Middle Tennessee. How will you prepare after a long weekend?
Well, we better have the stamina and perseverance to play a good last match, and I know Chuck Crawford, who's their coach there for 6 years, is hoping the same thing. Chuck was a former assistant of mine. He's also a Miami alum. So it's very special to have him come back with his team now that he's been there and has been established a program that he wants to establish the way he wants it. And I know their culture has come a long way. It's very positive. It's very energized. And his assistant coaches, I think, are amazing. And they combine to really put good players on the court. Chuck was one of the finest recruiters I've ever worked with. So I know he's got some talent on that team, and I know the lefty right side is certainly someone that could give us a few fits if we don't put up a good block against her. And I think he has several other attackers that are just aggressive, and I know their defensive style is pretty relentless. They're not going to give in to much. So overall, we just have to play our very best game, and we can't get tired. But it's nice too that we have some depth that hopefully during the week during the weekend's play, we can sub wisely and help our perseverance through the very end. I'm excited just for the entire tournament. I think it's a good field for us before we head on the road again.